Everybody, welcome back to what is a new series. This is going to be a new series which is going to run once a week, and I'm going to stream. So Coop Live server is going to go. I'll talk about that when we get into the game. But this is a new pack I've developed, and I really couldn't think of a name for it. And the best I've come up with is Not TFC, because this is my attempt at making a TFC-like clone in 1.12. Now, let's just briefly talk about mods before we go in there. So, some of these will make sense, others won't. We've got Animania in there. Animania obviously makes the immersive and realistic animals with improved models and behaviors, which obviously in TFC animal breeding is much more difficult. They don't just you don't give them some wheat and a baby pops out, and then like 10 minutes later the baby's grown up. Oh no, in TFC it's a much longer thing. Animania doesn't mirror that perfectly, but it is going to make it a lot harder, I hope. Better Underground just gives us some underground features. Block Craftery is for our chisel-y stroke carpenter's blocks like. Carry On for moving barrels, moving chests around, and moving animals around for that matter. Chisel and Chisels and Bits will give us some of the chisel functionality. The clay bucket, we don't have a wooden bucket in Minecraft, and obviously we need a means of moving things around. Clay bucket gives us that. So there's clay bucket mod. Comforts for sleeping bag. Let's move down. Dirt to path is a quality of life. Dynamic trees allows the trees and forests to spread, which is an interesting one. Let's have a look. Forage craft gives some foraging features, so rocks and stuff are out on the floor, again similar to TFC. Geolysis, obviously this is one that was made it very easy and very possible to do, and this is the TFC style geological ore system in Minecraft, and I did a mod spotlight on it. It's a brilliant mod, and yeah, so that's in there. Gravestones for gravestones, quality of life. Inventory tweaks is quality of life. Item physics is quality of life. Journey map, quality of life. Keyboard wizard, quality of life. Obviously GIA. Lapis is a quality of life. And then we move down to Natura for a few more trees. Nutrition. This is the health system of TFC. So you need to balance your foods. Still working out and debugging. Pam's Harvest Craft for the food. Plants for more plants. Rustic because it kind of fits the theme. Spartan Shields because I just love that mod. Streams for streams. Swing through grass just because everybody hates grass getting in the way of us killing things. And Tinker's Construct is in there for the blacksmithing element of TFC, and to ensure that we do that, all of the vanilla tools are disabled. Tough as Nails gives us water or hydration. Tree Chopper is chop the whole tree down, and vanilla tools I've mentioned. Backpacks for backpacks. Yabba for barrels. And I think Ancient Warfare is in there for a bit of company, really. It gives you something to do. You can build your community and obviously get the NPCs and stuff going. Enough waffling. Let's get into the game. So we'll make this one a let's play with a correct case. We'll allow cheats on because obviously we want to be able to recover should we ever bugger our world up. And I am going to go with Titanium Gaming Media if you want to play along. Now if you do want to play along, this pack is available on the Twitch launcher and it's called Not TFC. Go get it. Alright, now we'll just wait for the world to spawn in and see what we get. Building terrain. Now obviously we can't emulate TFC perfectly. I couldn't really find a good way of doing a scaling health system, for example, based on your level. Let's have a look. So we've got trees, rivers, things. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a whole load of these. I think these are the ones we can create paving stones with. They're not the ones we want. You can throw these as well. You don't need to hold on to them, but the ones I want is the bigger ones if I can find them. Let's punch a tree for now. So, first thing we couldn't easily emulate in TFC. We could have done possibly with the survival mod, but it added a load of other things that we didn't want. Is the punching the old tree. And so, punching a tree will not bring the entire tree down. You have to do it the normal way as before. And there are a couple of elements I would suggest that you're going to need to do very early doors. One is... let's grab a few sticks while we're at it. And we'll pick these up, we'll have them. Oh, hello. And the other is... don't know whether this... I feel rotten doing this, but it might drop food. No, he dropped a feather. Okay, well... sorry, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? Well, we'll have a little look around, and we'll also go around, grab these. Where are we? These things from around here. What we could do with doing now is also we need to. I haven't really got a great deal of wood, so I'm going to bring. Oh, this is going to be a pain to get down. So much like TFC, your early doors is going to be about survival, and you can't craft vanilla tools. So we can't craft anything easy to chop down a tree, for example. We can't dig holes easily. We can't do the old hobo hole quickly and easily without doing it. And of course that means that we are somewhat limited in what we can and can't do around the place. So I'm kind of taking a very pragmatic survival first. Well, I mean, it makes sense to do survival first, doesn't it? But it's things like getting your water situation sorted, because that is going to become a problem. It's going to become a problem sooner than you realise. Food is also going to be a problem sooner than you realise, and shelter for the night, obviously, is always a problem, and it usually is a problem sooner than you bloody well realise. So yeah, we are kind of trying to get as much of this tree gone as we can. Oops, that probably wasn't a good idea. Can I get that one? Beat it with a stick, that's what we need to do. Now, is there anything else holding this out? Yeah, that's gonna cause problems, isn't it? So food, water, shelter, and eventually, once you've got them, some reasonable tools, because at this stage we really don't have very good tools at all. But we will grab as many sticks as we can, and we'll have that one. This is dynamic. Oh god, what's it called? This mod now. It's basically falling objects mod. They fall and have more of a falling animation than you would normally expect. Right, sheep with not too many hit points. Come here. They will fight back as well, so yeah, you do have to be a bit cautious. That's when they're not running around like idiots. Come back. Come back. No. I can just get you to stay up. Just stay still for a second. Where are you? I've got to do this 3 more times yet. So stones, you know the saying about sticks and stones. They lied. probably worthwhile grabbing a good selection of these as well, because they are obviously not only a means of attacking innocent sheep, which is, this sheep has definitely got a long memory. We just need you to settle down. Settle down, sheepy. Gotcha. And we got a piece of blue wool, a brown wool even, and that's about it. That took more effort than it was really potentially worth. And we will need to get more sheep as we go forward as well, but grabbing this lot is all beneficial. I don't know how much I've got in the way of stones, but the more stones you've got, the more defense you've got, so that potentially is a good idea. Oh, we'll have all of this. My god, there's some sticks. We'll have them all, and those apples, because they'll become in handy as well. Oh man, and there's yet more. Okay, hoover those up as well. Right, we desperately, I see, there's only, as best I can tell, one. Oops. Maybe a little bit overzealous there, but it's worth a try. Where have you gone, sheepy? Ha, right. Please have dropped some wool. Damn, that was a waste then. Okay, maybe that was a baby. Right, well, we need to still think about several things. One of those things is going to be flint and yeah, rivers. So we're definitely going to need flint. That's a given. And for any tools, because we're going tinkers, so we'll grab a whole load of that. I may actually grab some dirt, because I may have to make a dirt hidey hole before the night's out. Maybe not. We'll have to see how we go. We'll leave that for now. And yeah, you see, we've hit water already. Water has gone down, so we're going to need to find somewhere to set up shop, and in an ideal world it will be somewhere that is somewhat defensible. We're going to need sand, at least 3 of those. We might as well do 8, because if we're making coal, well, actually no, that's not strictly true, is it? Because we can do it with sticks. Now, what we got going on in here? No, nothing much. I need to find somewhere to hidey hole. That's my next mission, and I'm not entirely sure where. Nope. That'll be oh, hello. Yay for mob dismemberment. Right. And we got some rotten flesh as well. Can we do anything with this? Yeah, we can make bread with it. Either the hard way, the efficient way, or the inefficient way. So that would make sense. We'll grab that while we're here. How are we doing time-wise? We need to find somewhere to hide. Where can we hide that's going to afford us a reasonable amount of... I'll take that as well. Give me them. Right. It's going to have to be this dirt hill, I think, and that means I'm going to have to basically dig in and try and I've got nothing to illuminate. Oh, boom, here we go. Well, we got a little bit of more flint out of it at least. Right. Now, I can get back here a little bit. I've got no means of making a torch. I don't think I've even got enough to make... No, you need 9 of those to make a single rock. So, we need to get started on a crafting table. We need to get some of this lot going. And we're going to take a crafting table and that to make a tool station. We're going to take that and one of those to make a part builder, and that and one of those to make a stencil table. Damn it, because we haven't got the means. And what we'll do is we'll put the stencil table, you see, this is clever, because it's me being clever. Stencil table can go in there, and we'll make our tool rod, tool binding, and pick. And that's probably all we need right now. And then we'll put the part builder down here. This is all pretty crap, but it will do the trick. And we shall go in. Oh, that's not right. That goes in there to make a handle. We'll make a binding, and we shall make a pick head, and then we need this. Where are you? There, the tool station. We shall get in there and go with the old, and now we're in a position to actually start doing things. Not a lot, but at least we can do something like this for starters. And armed with that, we should be good to make one of these, and that will mean that we can actually now make ourselves some torches, or at least let's just stick a bit. In fact, you know what, have a stack of sticks, have all of those sticks, because I've got so many sticks. So yeah, we're in a slightly better position now. If we use that, that makes that. We can mix, but none of that. We can't do anything just normal crafting with that, can we? No. No, we can't. Okay, we got that. That will give us 8 of those. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of smelting and stuff, and I shall see you in the morning when the world's a good and better place. Alright, well, we're here, and while we're here, we might as well also get a few more tools done while we wait for the sun. Now, I've made a bit more flint. Now, the flint is made by 3 gravel in a crafting grid, or break it for your random chance. Now, obviously, if you break them all and do lots and lots of breaking, then you will ultimately get a the flint. You know, you're not going to have to pay constantly for that. I've popped a chest down here as well, so we can come over here, and I think actually we can do that. Just makes with a whole one, doesn't it? Yes. Okay. And then we'll pop those in here. You can't open this chest because of the layout in here, but that's fine. It's really not a problem. Went with the Paxel because the Paxel is actually a half decent weapon as well as a tool. So that has actually got an attack damage equivalent to a iron sword. So we are going to have to deal with some mobs when we go out there. There's one there already. Look, hello, Mr. Creeper. And of course it's raining, so we're going to have to deal with the fact that it's well, raining. That's the word I'm looking for, isn't it? We'll pop that in there for now. I've got a little bit of food, so I'll leave some of this behind. Yeah, we'll leave those as well, and that, and the old. Can you do? That's brown wool. Okay, yeah. Don't really need you. Don't really need you. Don't really need you. We'll keep those. Don't really need that. We'll keep that and that on the hotbar, and we shall make ourselves some glass bottles. And we're going to have to make actually we are going to go to here, and we're going to add a waypoint new called Hobo Hole, because that's where this is where we currently are, and we'll also want to turn waypoint beacons off, because I just think they're over the top. Right, and run. I know there was a creeper right on top of us. There. Right. So we can now at least do something about thirst. That's sorted. It's not well sorted, but it is at least sorted. Now, the big thing that we're going to have to deal with in this pack is going to... He's there. And a skeleton over there. We're not worried about you. The big things that we're going to have to deal with are twofold. One is we're going to have to deal with animal management, and I'm not going to kill that bunny right now because that would be wrong of me. We're going to have to deal with the thirst, the hunger, and more importantly, we're going to have to deal with the relative scarcity of resources. And by that I mean that we currently have no means of getting any iron. Well, we have means of getting iron, we just don't have any easy means of getting iron. Because at the moment I actually have no idea where the iron is. Now I could run down into that cave and I will not find a single ore. I could run down into that cave and will not find a single ore. Or we're unlikely to, because the ores are distributed now by chunk. Oh, hello, thank you, chicken, that was very nice of you. And so what we need to do is we need to search the area looking for, well, ores. The way we find the ores is we will find little telltales on the surface, and at the moment I haven't seen a single thing. One of the reasons why I wanted to add the plants pack and the forage pack was I wanted to make it relatively hard to spot the telltales, because generally speaking the Minecraft ground is not overly saturated with detail, and they are reasonably easy to spot. So what we need to do is we're going to need to scout this area out, and where is he? He's over there, I think. So it will be hostile in it's raining. I think it anyway. I think daytime raining it will be hostile. If not, then all I've lost by being cautious is, you know, being cautious. Where is he? Maybe he's underground actually. Anyway, we still need to go and find ourselves. These are handy, so do keep your eye out for those early doors on this pack. I've done maybe about half an hour's worth of test play just to check that nothing falls apart. These are also handy, and at a later point we'll grab some of these, because all of these are food, and food is going to be invaluable. These will become less valuable as time progresses on, but you know, for right now it's probably a good idea to wander around and have lots and lots of food options. And we'll take these. Crouching breaking a Pam's garden will give you the garden rather than all of the food stuff, so you can carry them around a lot easier. Yeah. So is it, you're a Wayne Dotty. We never heard of him. And then these are from the plants pack, so we got even more food, and they are food. Now, while we're talking about food and I'm walking, you will notice on the foods there's a percentage, and the more complicated the food, the better those percentages are, and they all go to this, which is your nutrition levels. Now, I am currently 50% across the board because I'm a brand new character, and they won't start going down for a while. But they will go down, and they will have adverse effects on you if you don't keep them up. So, yeah. But I'm not entirely sure what the adverse effects will be, to be honest. I've not looked that far into it. So, I'm still looking for telltales of ores, which I've really not seen any, and I'm looking for food, and I'm looking, yeah, it's scavenging. It is literally, we're into the hunter-gatherer phase of the TFC. Now, it's not as bad, you know, leather working is not as bad, you know, leather is just leather, although we can do the rotten flesh to leather, which is handy, I suppose. But yeah, we need to... Oh, thank you. Don't mind if I do. Most of the plants, really, their only benefit is that they give you sources of dyes. Most of them are not food stuff, so I'll stop grabbing rocks now as well and move on a bit. Right, we're still looking for these telltale signs of... I could do with a sheep as well, or two, to be fair. Alright, let's drink. Dirty water. Yeah, there is a way to get clean water, but not at this early stage. Yeah. Well, baby zombits, and we haven't got Quark, so he's going to be a problem if he finds his way to the surface. Alright, well, I'm going to continue hunting around for those telltale signs, and I'll be back in a bit. Left it a bit late to get back to the hobo hole, and I'm running for it. There's at least 3 zombies on my tail, or there were. Whether they still are, of course, is anybody's guess, but I mean, I'm one wool better off right now. I only saw one crispy critter out there, but let's have a bit of fruit. Let's do some veg. I got a few bits and pieces while I was out there, but I didn't really find much at all. So we're going to have to continue looking. I will do that off camera for the time being, and I will see you in the morning. Alright, done. It's time for the dawn chorus. Let's get out. Scout. Spider over there. There certainly should be a couple of them zombies with a little bit of... Oh no, hello. Oh, hello. I shall... Dismembered. Okay, spiders. Where did you go? Risky, I know, but... Ow. Ow. Because I'm completely unarmoured. But... doesn't mean to say we can't make a bow. We just can't make a vanilla bow. Right, let's eat that. And then we'll deal with Mr. Spoda here, and then we can continue on. Well, unless of course it's so tight that it doesn't actually give you the item you wanted. Alright, anyway, we still need to find another sheep's, or at least maybe one, maybe 2 sheeps I could do with 2 whites, because I'm not sure whether I'm going to get away with... oh man, here we go. I'm not sure that I'm going to get away with this for long. We also need to go and grab water because thirst. Yep, it started. We're on the old thirsty, hungry. There we go, and we'll put those up there. Right. Yeah, so I'm going to try up the hills, I think, a little bit, because we also want to try and find some of these Oh, there's a dead rabbit. We'll go and grab that for free food, because that wolf has just done me a favour. He's going to be a pain if he's in the area, of course, so at some point we are probably going to have to, how do we put it, encourage him to leave. I have these as well while I'm at it. So yeah, slow start. I don't think it's a slow. I think TFC as stands is slower, without a shadow of a doubt. This will be considerably easier in some respects. I mean, we won't have any of the oh, what am I thinking of here? There's a thing I'm thinking of, and I can't think. Oh, this is we're likely getting into slime territory here, because there's a slime island up there, which means we've also got mob spawning territory. Pigoo, I'll leave for the time being, because I don't think I need to kill the pigs desperately. What I do need to do is find some metal resources for certainly for the next episode. We want to be able to start getting a little bit of the metal stuff together, and sheeps would be really useful. I'll be back in a mo, because I know we're coming close on time, so but I will see you in a moment. Alright, we've found our first telltale signs. Kimberlite sample. Kimberlite actually is, well, it's very useful because it's diamond, which means that we know that in this chunk over here there is a diamond deposit. Not so useful for the tools, but certainly if we do an F9 we can see here. So this is, we can whack a point on, new point, Kimberlite, and we'll put it in, I don't know, put it in white, doesn't really matter. However, we are a fair old way away, and now this is the first thing I've found. Now, these are chunk based, so I know it's in this chunk. I haven't really got the... It's also unfortunate that it's in a mountainous biome, because it means that we have to start that much higher up from sea level. But we'll keep that in mind. I'm just going to have a little hunt around further. I noticed there's some barley over there. One of the advantages to mountain biomes is you can get up high and look down on the terrain, and sometimes they're easier to spot from above. Certainly when I showcased the mod, it was a lot easier to find them. Oh, hello. I'll get some free slime in a minute. From above. The downside to it, of course, as I say, is you have to you do have to what's the word I'm looking for? Dig deeper to find them. If they're deep in the world, you're going to have to dig deeper to find the actual minerals. I say free slime, but it's getting dark, and we are again a long way from home. So oh, pineapples. Pineapples are brilliant, excellent source of food. If you see them, grab them. They're from the plants pack, and they are a very good source of fruit, which you would expect. That is not anything I want to see down there. Anyway, I'll probably do a little bit more exploring. Sorry, rabbit. That skeleton, go hide. Let's dig in somewhere. Where can we dig in? Here. Let's come in at this level. So I'm going to have to spend the night hiding in a hole in the ground. And, well, I will see you next time. But until then, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you soon. Bye for now.